Quote, I keep catching myself justifying something bad in Islam. How can I stop this? I've seen this question over the years, and I have what I think is a good answer. Um, my recommendation is to learn epistemology, which is the study of knowledge. Epistemology helps you judge ideas. It makes the process of judging ideas explicit. Uh, what's the point of this? Because without following an explicit process, then all you're doing is selecting theories by what feels good to you, which is like treating your feelings as if they are infallible, like your feelings can't be wrong. If you catch yourself doing the following, you have a theory and you are presented with a criticism of that theory, and your first response is to find a justification for the theory in order to reject the criticism of the theory, while, and I should have clarified this, while that justification ignores the criticism, then that means your process of judging ideas is wrong. What you're doing is protecting your belief in the theory instead of actually judging the theory. When you try to justify a theory, what you're effectively saying is this: I know there are thousands of flaws with this theory, but it's okay because I have this justification over here that ignores all of those flaws and it says this theory is true. So this justification lets me feel better about ignoring these 1,000 flaws with this theory. Beliefs do not need protection, they need criticism. Note that in science, we don't protect theories, we criticize them. And if we find a single flaw, we throw out the theory. And what often happens after refuting a theory is that we create a new theory, a better one, that does not have the flaws that were criticized in the older theory. So, what happens when you jump straight to justifying? This is a question, sorry. So, what happens when you jump straight to justifying a theory in response to criticism of that theory? You end up never finding out that your theory is wrong, and you never find a better theory. You effectively cause stagnation in your mind, preventing yourself from evolving. Note that people do this with things other than theories. They do it with people too. So imagine a woman who gets beat by her husband, and then the first thing she does is justify why he's beating her. Like something like, and he said, the husband says these kind of things. You made me angry. You're the reason I beat you. And then the woman actually internalizes that. Oh, I must have fucked up and made him angry, and that's why he's beating me. It's my fault. So instead of recognizing that he has a flaw, she effectively ignores the flaw in him and jumps straight to justifying his actions. This prevents her from recognizing that she should leave him. What she's doing is protecting her love for him, analogous to how Muslims protect their belief in Islam, or faith in Islam, or love of Islam. This is a very common issue with wives of abusive husbands, not just in the Islamic world, but everywhere. If you're interested to learn epistemology, check out this short article for a general audience and this longer article for a business audience. These are both on my blog. In there, you'll see tons of references to books and authors that you can use to learn more epistemology. You can think of these two documents as a guide to learning epistemology. So, somebody replied, do you have a book recommendation? And I just saw this today. So I recommended the book, The Beginning of Infinity. Now I want to go back to an older version of this post. Okay. It's pretty much the same post. Somebody said therapy and CBT. I'm trying to remember CBT, the acronym, what that acronym is for. Cognitive behavioral therapy. Therapy and CBT helped me to unlearn it. It, I guess, is like the mental gymnastics that he does. He said the mental gymnastics had seeped into other areas of my life where I was excusing bad behavior from others toward me, which was extremely harmful. Oh, wow. So he's saying, well, I was about to say something I disagree with now, so I'm not saying it. So I agreed with him saying therapy and CBT can help, but I do not think anyone should 100% rely on those things. So what I say here is professional therapists do know some good epistemology. They are trained scientists who were trained by scientists. But I recommend that people learn epistemology on their own so they can learn how to think for themselves instead of only relying on therapists. It's still you. I still do recommend therapists because, well, I don't think anyone had a good enough childhood to not need therapy, including myself, including my kids. Um, so that's all for this video.